Program is four guys talking about the happenings in the world. This show is meant to be comedic and informative. The content expressed on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect the beliefs or opinions of the cast, their peers, friends, family, or co-workers. This show may contain strong and crude language for the sake of entertainment. If you are under 18, please get permission from your parents to watch and listen. If you are offended by the contents of this podcast, please do not watch or listen. Now, it's time for the show.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention? The show starts in 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Trump just did is not only historic, but they've just protected the entire earth from these barbarians. And Western Europe, they're sitting there. What did Western Europe want to do? They want ceasefires. They want de-escalation. Western Europe is weak. That's why wars start in Western Europe. That's why World War I started there and World War II started there. And I would tell the demagogues in our country, were you going on about World War III? Donald Trump just prevented World War III by using the United States military to stop it. Now, it's important that we take lessons from this. One other thing. The Democrat Party today, every damn one of them is talking about impeaching Donald Trump. He didn't tell us what to do. These people hate America.
What? Oh, you gotta give him that hawk and spit on that thing.
Are you serious?
Let me give you some trash talk, okay?
Well, hey there. It is Sunday, June 22nd, 2025, and we are live on YouTube. This is the FLA Trash Talkers Podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We have a lot to talk about. We broadcast live every Sunday. You can be part of the show by chatting with us in real time on the YouTube. And your chat will roll into the studio in real time, and we will chat with you back. Can't watch us live, that's not a problem, guys. All you got to do is search for us on YouTube, FLA Trash Talkers Podcast. Watch us whenever you want. Make sure to like and subscribe. All right, what's going on, Wally?
Not much, man. I guess preparing for World War III, maybe. It's kind of crazy what's going on in the world.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and we got a lot to talk about today. Heath, what's going on, bud?
Oh, happy Sunday, everybody. Good morning. Nothing. I'm like Wally. I think I got to go get a loan from my 401k so I can go buy me a shitload of new arsenal because World War III is a miss.
Yeah, it's getting crazy out there. But before we get into that story, I want to follow up on my bee story. You guys remember I got attacked by bees a couple of weeks ago. So, I had a landscaper come to my house and to do some work, right? We're going to do some trimming of the hedges and cutting some trees and stuff. So we're walking. I have no idea where this damn beehive was. I thought it was a one-off. All right. Thought we took care of it. So we're walking the yard and I'm kind of showing him, hey, this is what I need done. I need this tree over here and this, that, and the other. And a kamikaze, a Taliban comes down out of nowhere and tags me right here in the face. Tags me in the face, right? My entire face swells up. All right. It was like, dude, I look like the Hey You guys from the Goonies. Like, I was just like, oh,
you like that, motherfucker.
Right? Oh, yeah, I was, man. My ear was swollen up. I couldn't, man. It got really bad, right? Now, I run inside the house. I pull the stinger out and I go back outside. And then the landscaper says, I found the beehive. And I was like, oh, where is it? Where is it? So he points up into the tree. It's not a hive. It's a colony. There are at least 1 million bees outside on the tree. The entire tree was covered in bees.
How do you not see that?
Because I'm not looking up. I'm not looking up. I'm just walking. You know what I mean? And what, dude? When I tell you, the colony, it was. Oh no! I took videos, man. So then once we identified where the bees were, here's the here, I'm looking for this is it here. Look at that. That's all bees.
Damn.
That's all bees. right? And so I had the bees. So then the bees started to infiltrate the front door. Okay. And we're leaving for work one morning, had bees flying around. I was like, this can't happen. This cannot happen. The bees are infiltrating my house. So I had to call a beekeeper. All right. And I had the bees removed. And this is the video. Uh, uh, I had the bee guy come.
So you basically had an open air beehive up there.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy. I've never seen such a thing. It was a colony. The guy told me that the bees have been there for so long, right? And there was so many bees that they couldn't get into the tree anymore. So they were all outside the tree. Now,
Hold on. Before you go any further, well, let's welcome this handsome looking some bitch just came on.
What's up, fellas?
what's going on, Dave?
What's up, bro?
Apologize. My son has my wife's fucking time management and trying to make sure he doesn't miss that bus to Fort Lauderdale. I'm like, bitch, I got shit to fucking do. I got a world-renowned fucking podcast I'm part of that I missed last week because it's Father's Day, so I need to get back. I miss you, motherfuckers.
I missed you too. So I had a guy come over from Polk County. All right.
not
for
me.
the beekeepers. No, it wasn't you. They came over and they extracted the bees, right? Now, the guy got up there and I said, Are you taking them live? Because you're not supposed to kill bees, honeybees. You're not supposed to.
He took him somewhere, put him in a box.
Nope, that's not what he did. He climbed up on the ladder and he said, These are the most aggressive bees that I've ever had to deal with in 10 years that I've been doing this job. So we are going to kill them.
Really?
So what? Yep. So they poisoned those bees, right? Killed the bees, and then sealed up the hole. But like I said 2 weeks ago, they might have won the battle, but they didn't win the war. I took them out, right? And then just to make sure, I'm taking down the damn tree too. I'm taking down the tree now with everything that's going on in Iran.
I was going to say, you're going full Donald Trump on Iran. Those bees are Iranian.
Yeah. Before you go to Iran, I've always wanted to know this because I'm thinking about doing it myself. What's that pay like? What you had to pay the beekeeper?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second. With everything going on in Iran and the bombs being sent, I just want one missile to come and hit that tree and take it out. That's what I want. Don't mess up the whole block. Just that one tree. That's what I want.
I don't know that a missile is gonna not destroy the whole block. You might get away with like a missing hand grenade.
How can I have a grenade come to the house? I'll just throw it right to the tree.
Worst case scenario, gonna fuck your house up.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Keith, it was $500 for them to come and extract those bees.
And he was there.
Not extract, eradicate those bees.
He was there with an hour.
He was there for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about starting. I want to do that. I'm intrigued by bees. I want to do that.
You want to go and collect bees?
I'm intrigued by it. I don't know why, but I'm intrigued by it. I want to think about doing it.
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, no, I don't care how important bees are to this country or to this world or anything like that. They can all die. They can all die. Okay, I'm done. I am so petrified now of any flying insect. Right, a mosquito will fly by. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! You know, I'm just scared of them. I'm scared.
You know what?
I'm scared.
If my wife heard me make this conversation, she'd laugh her ass off because I am terrified of a fucking mosquito, but I love a bee.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Because I've broken down in the Everglades before. Well, not really Everglades. I tell people who don't know South Florida Everglades, but you from South Florida. I broke down in Sawgrass.
Oh yeah, Sawgrass.
I broke down in Sawgrass overnight one time, and by the time the sun came up, I might have had over 100 mosquito bites, and I've been terrified of mosquitoes ever since.
Yeah, that's not the same as getting tagged 23 times by a bee. All right, I'm gonna say that right now, and then the count is up to 24 because I got tagged in the face. I heard Wally got tagged. You got tagged doing some yard work.
Yeah, I was doing.
What happened with that?
Yesterday, man, and I got stung by some hornets. They weren't bees; they were hornets.
Those are assholes.
Oh,
Yeah.
they lit me up, man. They hit me in the back of the neck. Oh my God. It was like you talk about fire. Felt like my whole neck
Ooh.
and back was on fire. Yeah, it was pretty wild. But I
Uh,
got him back. I came out with a can of spray and I killed them motherfuckers.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
that's
I'm gonna
that's
try
what
and
you got to
refrain
do.
from talking shit about getting stung because immediately after I'm done here,
Mhm.
that's one of my tasks is to go. We bought a bunch of the spray, the 20-foot spray, and all that shit. And
You know what I like doing with for walls? They sell this shit, bingo. Bingo's like the new raid. It's the new shit. So bingo sell wall spray that kind of put a foam
said
on them.
Bengals.
Like the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
Yeah, they said I bought my shit out of Publix, but if you go to Walmart, not Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Bingo has a whole accessory of shit.
Hmm.
But they have a wall spray that shoot 20 feet also, but it put this big thick foam on them, so it's not, it kills them, but it kills them because usually you spray the other shit, they can still fly away. With this foam, they don't fly away. They stuck wherever the foam sits, and the foam
Suffocate them.
sit there. That foam sit there for about 3 days before it disappeared, and they did as shit.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, whatever we got to do to get rid of these stupid bees. All right. Hey, Keith, you can come to my house and collect all the bees that you want. All right. You can have them all.
Listen,
I mean, bees are important to the to pollinating fruits and vegetables and things like that. Man, we don't want to kill them all.
I
and
don't
if
care.
you had a colony
Don't care.
like that, you just killed the
Don't
entire
care.
colony. I would have took 250, no minus whatever the bee suit costs. So I'd have started at 5. You would have bought the bee suit and that 250.
Nope. Oh, well, yeah. Well, if I would have known that, you could have came over here. What would you have done with those bees? What, you got a little shop back? And
There's a special shop vac that protects them. The one I have would have killed them. So what you do is you get you a smoker. That's how you calm them down.
A
with the
pellet?
smoker.
Pellet smoker.
Yeah. So I should have just moved my pellet smoker out to the tree.
Hey, it's funny as shit too. I just saw a guy. I see these people in America with these nice smokers, look like oil cans, and with smoke coming out of them. But I seen a motherfucker in like a third world country, but he was still able to video this shit, put it on YouTube this morning. Just this morning, I was watching it. He took a piece of dried coconut and lit that on fire. He used that for the smoke.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right. All right, boys. Let's get into this show. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the bees. The bees are gone, so there's no need for alarm. I appreciate everybody's sympathy and all the wish me well texts and letters that I've gotten. Thank you from our audience. I didn't get anything, but
I
thank
was
you.
going to say, I didn't send you shit other than laughing emojis.
But let's go ahead and get into it. So last night, we attacked Iran. What do you guys think about that? Here, just before we get into it, here's what the president had to say. Any minute. Any second now.
Right now.
Any second now.
There we go.
Any second. Here we go.
There it
No,
is.
3.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm coming.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
So, we hit 3 of their nuclear sites, right? So what does that do? What does that do now? Does that end the war? Do we just enter the war, or do we just piss off another country that is now going to attack us? We spoke last week or the week before of perhaps during the open borders that perhaps terror cells might have gotten into the country. So does this prompt a response, or does Iran go, whoa, all right, we woke up the beast, let me simmer down over here?
Okay, I'll go first. I'm not gonna get him because we all live in the same country, no matter who's the leader or not. I'm going just straight American. It was needed, right? It was needed. If they had any nuclear missile, nuclear any fucking thing, it could have been a nuclear light bulb, right? Nuclear anything they were building down in their bunkers 300 feet below the surface, it need to be ended, right? But I still think we were gonna spark it, like, even though it was needed, they just sparked some more shit.
Okay, so what do you think about AOC coming out saying that Trump needs to be impeached because of the fact that he did what he did?
First time I heard that was on this show. I'm not going to say he need to be impeached. Any fucking president that was sitting and any president that was in the captain chair at that time should have made that decision.
So yeah, it was justified as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, to me it was. If we had an inkling, it didn't have to be fucking proven. If it was just a fucking idea, that motherfucker was talking about building nuclear missiles in that shit. Because Iran don't have the same beliefs and they don't have the same morals that we have. They will use that shit.
Israel don't have the technology, the bomb technology that we have to kind of take those nuclear facilities out. So we had to be involved in order to take those out. Now, we didn't hit any civilian areas. We didn't go after any military bases.
It was strictly nuclear.
We went straight for those 3 nuclear facilities. And we had, and it's the first time that it's actually happened that these bombs were actually used in a military strike. So it had to be done. Now, Trump told him, you got 60 days to negotiate. 61st day, Israel came in and started bombing them. Now, Israel don't have, like I said, the technology or those bombs to take those nuclear facilities out. So they kind of needed us to kind of get involved with it. So it had to be done, man. I mean, Iran has always said death to America, death to Israel. They want to kill us all for whatever reason. And so yeah, I support the Trump. I support what Trump did, president did. I think it was a smart thing to do. I think it brings more peace, hopefully to the world. And yeah, I mean it's all on Iran now, as far as I'm concerned. Now, if Iran comes back and they try to strike one of our military bases, or they try to strike any of our military soldiers that are out in the Middle East, or even here in America, they're going to rain hell. Iran will be on fire. I believe. And then Trump has always stood by what he says. If he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I honestly believe, and I know I'll stand by this 10 out of 10 times, that it needed to be done, right? However, I did have a hard time sleeping last night once I seen it, because I said, shit, this might be the start of World War III, because you have all the other countries that are allies to Iran, that's stronger than them, that would cause a little more friction to the United States.
Yeah, you're talking about North Korea, China, and Russia, but none of them have said.
I'm not even afraid of Russia anymore, because Russia showed that they're not what they used to be now, that they've been fighting with Ukraine for 3.5 years. And remember, because they're back in the days, I would say during the Gorbachev time, if they'd have fought Ukraine then, bitch, it'd have been over in 2 days. These motherfuckers been fighting for 3 years.
Well, Iran, after the attacks last night, they did give a verbal response, and here's their verbal response.
We'll give the same response to United States as we have gave to Israel. We will respond strongly, and we will stop aggression from any side, be it Israel or United States. And we have given message to United States that we will respond very firmly, and we will stop the aggression by anybody, including United States. We will give the same
So it sounds to me like they are going to plan an attack, and it's estimated to be within the next 24 hours. Could be our ships out in the Red Sea, or they can cut off the Red Sea to us, and now we can't get oil over here. And because whether Trump is working on the pipelines or not, we're still getting our oil from across seas, and that could raise gas prices up to $10 a gallon and collapse our economical state here
That's
in
be
the
what
United States.
that's what they'll do because they're not gonna come attack our planes because they will never make it. We shoot their ass
No, I don't think they
100 miles
will.
before they get to it.
I don't think they will, but what I do think is that with the open borders, perhaps Iranians did get in, or people that are radicalized, they are here and have formed. There's no doubt there's terrorist cells here, right?
Yeah, there's some kind
Now,
of sleeper cells out there.
yeah, exactly right. So does that mean that they're going to use that to attack? And the problem with Iran and these Middle Easterns is they're not going to attack our military. They're going to attack us, our civilians, right? They showed it once 9/11. They've shown it in Europe when they blew up the train station. So they're not going to go and hit our military. They know I don't think they have the
Well,
capability, and I don't think they would dare to do that. They're going to hit
they're
us.
they're doing that now in Israel. Like the strikes from Iran that's coming from Iran into Israel is not. They're not trying to hit military bases. They're hitting civilian
Yeah.
populations. So, but if you're Iran, you have to put out a response.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's you have to do that as a nation to sit there and show that you're strong. But I don't think Iran really wants to kind of mess with Trump. So it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully nothing really happens. Because if Iran actually kills one of any of our soldiers, I think Trump will light that place up like they've never seen, and there'll be I mean, those bombers left from Missouri yesterday. There was
Really?
multiple, yeah, and there was multiple air flight refueling that they had to do. They it was a 36-hour mission from them to get from
Missouri back to Missouri.
to east to hit Iran to come back. And Iran didn't even know we were coming. They didn't even respond. They didn't send one jet up. They didn't send one rocket up at these guys.
No.
So that just tells the world, hey, we know what we're doing, and if y'all want to mess with us, there's gonna be hell to pay. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared.
It's no secret. It's been no secret for fucking 50 years that the United States have the best military force in the world. Nobody ever doubt that. Just we try not to get involved. We lost Vietnam because we were playing fair, and them motherfuckers wasn't. That'll never happen again.
Yeah, Trump ain't playing fair. He's gonna do everything he can, and last night kind of showed the ability of our military to be able to go out and take action. And like I said, they didn't hit any civilians. They didn't hit any military bases. They went strictly for the nuclear facilities because Israel didn't have the capabilities of having bunker bombs to take those facilities out. So we had to get involved. We'll see what happens, man. But I don't think Iran's really going to try to get a war with us.
I think it's going to be, like Jay said, it's going to be sales here because the sales here don't look like Iranians. They look like us four on this goddamn podcast.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, civilian-based attacks. You'll be a Planet Fitness is going to blow up, and then a Starbucks, and then it's going to be a bunch of tiny shit that's.
It'll be Disneyland, Disney World. It'll be,
football games, stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's why I go to Dunkin' Donuts. I go to Dunkin', I'll go to Starbucks.
I don't either. I'm not going to be mad if Starbucks gets hit, actually, but.
And I'm an app user, so I usually go through the drive-through. I'm never in the inside of that bitch.
That was
Yeah,
our first. That was our first date, Keith, when we went out in a truck together.
Remember that, right? You remember, right? What that shit on the app, right?
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
it'll be like Times Square. It'll be, some kind
Yeah.
of populated
Yeah.
thing that's happening.
Well,
You got 4th of July that's around the corner.
that's coming up, and they say that there are some targeted cities, right, that are in danger, with Orlando being at the top of the list, the top 5 cities, because we
World.
have Disney, we have the theme
Disney World.
parks, right? We have the theme parks here, and then on top of that,
Disney, Universal,
everybody
Epic.
is kind of moving here, right? Everybody's moving here. People from New York, California, Chicago, even other Floridians are moving here. Miami, they're moving here, right? So we're extremely populated here in Orlando. So we are one of the top 5, I believe, cities that are in potential for attack. Whether
My God.
I think New York would be up there. I believe I read it was Los Angeles. These highly populated cities is where I mean, there's a good chance. It's not if, it's when.
If I was
Maybe.
Universal Studios, I'd be shitting bricks. Because right now they have the hottest theme park in the world right now, Epic Universe. So I bet Disney and Epic right now, their security probably is so amped up as since last night to get in there. Remember, they used to only check the women's purse for like food and shit. They're gonna check everything now to get in.
Yeah.
Well, what if you're China, if you're North Korea, if you're Russia, you see a military mission that happens like that. Maybe before the military mission, you were kind of on the border of, United States ain't that tough, blah, 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 blah. But you see a mission go on like that. Does it kind of make you rethink about
think so.
trying to stump with us?
I don't think so. Because Iran is not China. China is far more advanced than Iran.
I think it could kind of like fuck, like we said. I think Wally said it, where there was no fighter jets scrambled from them. It was like, surprise, bitch.
I'm not sure. I think I might have heard it, but I was half asleep when I woke up and I heard the press conference at 8:00 this morning. But was there a stealth plane, so they really was going undetected?
Yeah,
it was
the B-2 bombers, man. Those are those planes are stealth.
Okay.
Supposedly there was 140, if I'm not mistaken, there was 145 aircrafts that was involved in this mission.
Ooh.
Damn.
Well, yeah, because they were escorted out there too by jet planes. So
yeah, and then we had other B-2 bombers that left California that went towards Guam to kind of do
just checking.
Yeah, pretty much.
We sent them out to Guam to kind of look like we were doing something else, and then distraction. And the real there were seven B-2 bombers that was heading east, and it kind of threw everything off plan.
I was gonna say, excuse my ignorance, isn't Guam like towards Hawaii over that way?
Yeah, they headed west. That was they
probably
saw those
diversion.
Planes. Right,
probably a diversion. So you're like, what the hell's going on? We got planes flying every which direction. It probably threw them off.
In football, that's called a screen pass.
Yeah, right.
Shit,
I mean,
that damn what you call it, a Statue of Liberty.
And then you had there was what 30, 40 Tomahawk missiles that was headed towards Iran.
From 70 something. 70 something.
Yeah, I can't remember the number.
Can't remember the exact number, but I know it's 70 something.
To kind of like soften the areas that we were about to attack to take them out. And
so
then
we pre-hit it before we hit it.
Supposedly there was 70 Tomahawk missiles that were sent out to soften the areas that we were going to hit. And then we had another bunch of military planes that escorted the B-2 bombers in there. B-2 bombers are capable of carrying 2 of those bunker busters, and dude, they lit them up. They hit them with 12 of them.
That's awesome. I mean, if you got to soften them up, that tells me Trump was one grabbing people by the pussy because you know you got to spit on that thing before you fuck it.
Grab by the pussy. I say this attack was. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This not a fuck Trump moment. This is I laughed at it as soon as I heard it because didn't he just tell them like Wednesday he'll give them 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah, that
2 weeks.
So he gave them 2 weeks to hit their ass in 4. So to me, that's the same thing when he said grab him by the pussy.
I mean, but that's.
I love it. You have to do it.
You gotta love. You gotta
do it. I get it. You gotta do it.
You gotta love the fact that we have somebody in charge that is willing to do what needs to be done and
talk the talk and walk the walk.
And still, not yet. I'm saying not yet. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but not yet has one U.S. military person been hurt because of the attack. That is a strong leader. That's somebody that has his. I mean, if you look what we did when Biden was in office, when we left Iraq, that chaos and everything that happened when we pulled out of there, and then you see what Trump did last night to the military, everybody to be involved. And do you know the general in charge? You know his name?
No.
He's in the Air Force, right? He's the Air Force general, right?
Dan Raising Kane is what they call him.
Oh,
that's
Raising
awesome.
Kane.
Is he the one that was doing the press conference this morning with
Yep.
Sounds like something out of a movie.
Okay. I'll be honest with you.
Definitely sounds something out of a movie.
I don't know if I'm aiming this towards Trump. I think I am. That was some shit because there was 2 of them up there this morning. You had Dan Raising Kane, right?
Yeah, and then you had
Headspiff or something like that.
Yeah.
Headspiff just sucked Donald Trump dick the whole 10 minutes he was talking. Everything was Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. He's such a great leader. Donald Trump, I want to swallow his cum and lick his nuts at the same time. Donald
Jesus
Trump,
Christ.
Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Can you shit and I lick your ass right afterwards? I'll lick you. I'll be your personal boudet.
I want to see your fucking search history, dude.
What are you looking up?
But then when Raising Kane started talking, he talked about our soldiers. He might have mentioned the president 2 or 3 times, but he a good job our soldiers. I think there's two different people wrote those speeches.
No, but Suss did the same thing. I mean, the first thing, at the end of his speech, he was praising all the soldiers that were involved, the pilots that were involved. It wasn't just about Donald Trump. That might have been the cliff notes that he got, but he was, and why wouldn't you be happy and supportive of a leader that pulled off this military strike with not one of our military people getting hurt.
I'm proud of the accomplishment. I just hope that's not a backlash here in the homeland. It was just to me, it was just funny because you could tell he didn't write that speech because he had a full fucking paper front and back. Somebody wrote that speech for him. Said, "Bitch, you're gonna go out there and lick these nuts."
So Trump's been in office now for 5.5 months on his second term, right? First time he shot 72 Tomahawk missiles to Syria to teach them a lesson because they were messing around with chemicals of mass destruction. Now with Iran. Question is this impeachable? Because that is now the new thing that everybody's talking about. We got to impeach Trump because he did this. Nobody knew about it. He made the decision. He didn't talk it out with anybody. He just shot off missiles to Iran. This is impeachable. Is that correct?
Who's saying he didn't talk about it? I'm sure there's been months and weeks of planning and hey, this is where we're going to be. I'm proud there's no leakage, like nobody running their fucking mouth being like, hey, this is what we're doing.
Well, then
fair enough.
That was some of the things that were said today that nobody knew that this attack was about to happen, and there was no leaks, which is surprising.
Thank God. Thank you. Tightened up a few months ago. That bitch would have been leaked.
But supposedly Trump went to the Republican. He went to the Republican Party, the head of the Republican Party, and let them know that the strike was going to happen before the strike happened. And then after the strikes happened, that's when he went to the Democratic leader and told him what had happened before he came out and did his speech. So now the Democrats are upset because
Yeah.
he kind of did it behind their back, and now that's where you are starting to hear the rhetoric of him being impeached right now.
Nah, that's not an impeachable offense.
I think Trump probably did it right. He had a small group of people, including the general, right, and they had this conversation, planned attack, and it just stayed in that room. Maybe 5 people, and Trump knew if it got outside of those 5 people, then he had a mole, he had a leak in the White House, right? So he kept it contained, and now the Dems are upset because they weren't part of that, powwow.
Well, what does it say? Okay, so it's the fact that it wasn't leaked tells you how strong of a leader that we have, that people will follow and do what needs to be done in order for a mission to happen. I mean, I can't imagine if Biden was in charge, and this is no shot at Biden. Look, Trump, Trump
Sound like it.
No, but Trump said it earlier this week. I think it was on Flag Day when he was raising. I don't know if y'all saw that where he was putting up the 100-foot flag pole.
Did he? I think he did it already.
Yeah, he did it. He did it earlier this week.
Because he said it wasn't enough flags. So, and I agree. If you go, I've been to the White House several times on the outside, and there's no flags on closer to where the common folks like me at.
And he was talking about how some of the things that happened under Biden's watch, that Biden really didn't even know what was going on. He didn't know exactly what was going on with the border. He even sat there and said that Biden didn't even want an open border. I mean, he was sitting there saying it wasn't Biden's fault what exactly happened. There was people that had access to the auto pen that was just writing things into Congress that allowed things to happen. So that's why I sit there and say, I'm not trying to sit there and blame Biden, but I don't think if Biden was in charge, this kind of military strike would have been able to happen without leaks, because you would have had so many people involved in it, because you have a leader now. Biden wasn't a leader. He had other people kind of leading.
He's a puppet.
Right. And now we have a leader that is able to go out and do this military strike with no leaks. And it just, to me, man, it just makes us stronger, man, as a country.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm glad to see it.
Since we talking leaks, just correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't watch a lot of news like that. I like a lot of local news. I don't watch a lot of the national news. Wasn't the leaks of 2-3 months ago? Wasn't no leaks all in the Republican staff? It was not one Democrat person. It wasn't it the Republican staff that was leaking some shit on Signal.
I don't know. Is there something other than Sports Center on TV?
I'm telling you, every one of the fucking leaks was Republican, but we're gonna say the Democrats would have leaked it. It was it was all Republicans that was in his cabinet that was fucking leaking shit.
I agree with you, Keith. Democrats don't do anything.
No, hell no. No, I'm just saying. I'm just gonna speak the facts. I'm not gonna speak.
I don't know.
Come on, everybody just like Puffy, but
I don't know what leaks you're talking about, but I can tell you for this mission to actually happen, and the amount of people that were involved, you're talking like I said, there was 145 airplanes that was involved in this mission. You had to have people, ships out in the Gulf or the Mediterranean and the Red Sea that had to be supportive of the mission. Like, there was no leaks. Nobody knew that this attack was going to happen. And that, to me, just shows the strength of our president and a leader in charge. And I'm as an American, man,
We're proud of yourself.
I'm not proud of myself. I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with people that I have family in the military. So I love it, man. And hopefully it does bring more peace. Trump said this was a one-time thing. We're not going to get involved. We had to support I don't say we had to support Israel in this, but we needed to support Israel on this. They didn't have the military capabilities to run this mission, and we had to support them. We did support them, and we had to carry it out because of the fact that we are a nation that has the capabilities to take out these nuclear facilities that are buried 300 feet into the mountains. I think this is a one-time deal thing. It all now rests on Iran and what they do from here on out. Because if they do hurt, if they hurt one military person, Trump is
It's
going
over.
to.
Yeah.
He's going to. He's going to. Iran will be on fire.
Like it should be.
Well, I got here the Iran's foreign minister on CNN. He had something to say today.
The United States itself has now also opted for a dangerous military operation and aggression against the people of Iran. In doing so, the U.S. administration holds sole and full responsibility for the consequences of its actions, including the Islamic Republic of Iran's right to self-defense under the principles of the United Charter. In accordance with the UN Charter and its provisions allowing a legitimate response in self-defense, Iran reserves all options to defend its security interests and people.
Well, it was a
So it sounds to me like there's going to be some sort of planned response. And I think you're right, Wally. I think as a country, you do got to respond. But how do you respond? Is it cutting off the oil supply to us and raising gas prices and raising, causing an economical collapse? Or is it an actual attack where they're going to hurt people?
So when Trump was in office his first time, and shout out to Toby, he's on vacation. His birthday was this weekend. He's spending some time with his family, so he's not able to be on the show.
Where you at?
Somewhere down by Clearwater, one of the
Iran.
islands.
Oh no.
Hey,
But
Toby is moonlighting as a damn fighter pilot. God damn it, he on the way back.
Yeah, right. So, but I remember there was an attack on one of our. There was a bomb that went off and it killed some American soldiers, and so what Trump did was he hit one of Iran's military leaders, and I remember us sitting there talking about how this could have started World War III. Iran comes in, and of course they get on their national, broadcast to their people and say that we're going to strike back. But what ends up happening is Iran sends a message to our government, our military government, and says, we are going to strike this military base. And it was a military base that didn't have a lot of people on it. I forget exactly where it was, and gave us a 24 to 48 hour notice for us to evacuate our people, right? So Iran hits this military base, and and they show it on their national publication saying that they struck back because we took out one of their military leaders, but nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because Iran really doesn't want to get involved in a war. They don't want to really fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? So
they're not big enough. I think it's 90 million people in the whole entire country of Iran.
That's Texas.
Exactly.
But and to that point, I don't think Iranian people really want what's happening I think they want to change. Now we sit there and say we're not going to go over and we're not, going to do what we did with Iraq and try to change, everything over there and make it, a diplomatic country and things like that. But I think the Iranian people actually do want a change because they are tired of being held under, this thumb of
dictatorship.
And so they really do want to change. Like I said, man, we'll see what happens, man. I'm 50-50 on this, man, but I'm going to sit there and say I don't think nothing happens.
I think I'm almost on you. I'm almost with you on that. I was like, we did it, and like whoever that interview you played, the prime minister, whoever that fucking fag sounding guy, he's like, we chose to do this. Yeah, bitch, we won the coin toss, we won on offense, and we hit a Hail Mary, and we fucking scored on the first play.
I wish I could sit here and say that, but honestly, I think there might be a little bit of retaliation. I just don't know how. I hope not for the good of the world. I hope there's no retaliation. I literally had a hard time sleeping last night, just thinking, I knew it was needed. It kind of felt like when my daddy used to beat my ass when I was a kid and say, "Look, it's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you." It was the ass whooping was needed, but what's the retaliation behind it?
I went to bed with a fucking Star-Spangled Heart on.
And then last thing on this topic here is so we know that Iran's been a problem, right? They're involved in way too much stuff. In 2008, this is what the Democrats had to say about it. So which is why I don't understand why they're all pissed off about what Trump did. But this is what they had to say. This is Hillary Clinton.
I would make it clear to the Iranians that an attack on Israel would incur massive retaliation from the United States. And we will let the Iranians know that, yes, an attack on Israel would trigger massive retaliation. We are not going to permit them, if we can prevent it, from becoming a nuclear.
So she's saying that back in 2008, that we would retaliate. So
that wasn't exactly even nuclear. That wasn't even nuclear involved. That was just, if you fuck with Israel, we're gonna attack. We're gonna fuck with you.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem I have with the Democratic Party is, so when it favors their narrative, right? They say this, but when the Republicans do something, they got to fight against it. But they agreed with it. What you're talking?
That was 17 years ago. I did real quick math.
2008.
17 years ago.
As soon as he said 2008, I said, how the fuck 17 years ago relevant?
So 17 years ago, it was okay if Iran hit, Israel for us to retaliate. But now that Trump's doing it, now, that's a bad thing. You can't talk out of both sides of your ass, man. And that's the problem with this country. And somehow we got to get together as a country and just sit there and say, hey, we're Americans. Whatever's best for this country is the best. We don't have to sit there and try to sell our narrative, to sit there and try to sell votes in order to get our people into become elected officials to get what we want. It's about putting the best people in the right position in order to make this country better. And somehow, maybe this does this. Maybe, hopefully, we can come together as a country and we can all start to communicate and become a better country. And I see you shaking your head, Keith. I don't agree it will happen either, man, but it has, in order for this country to be the best it can be, we all have to come together, because there's smart people on the Democratic side. I know I talk a lot of trash about the Democratic side, but there's a lot of smart people on the Republican side, and we have to come together and put our ideas together and make this country better. And until that happens, we're going to have this constant fight, and it's just ridiculous.
That'll never happen. I mean, just
it'll never happen.
Look what's going on with the deportation, right? Obama said that we are going to deport and arrest all illegals, right? And then Trump does the same thing, and now we're burning down the damn country because of that. It's against Trump. It's against Trump. It's not because of any other reason. People just don't like Trump. It don't have to
be Trump. It could be Jason Wallraven. It could be Jason Wallraven, as long as he has that Republican title.
Symbol.
Now listen. Now when George Washington was around, I don't think it was divided like this. I think it got really divided.
Sorry, not to interrupt you. It got divided the minute that they decided to have a Democratic Party and a Republican Party. That's when we got separated.
But there was always two different parties. It was always two different parties.
I know, but they said before they started the parties, they said, if you start parties, this is in the history books, if you separate us, then we're going to be always separated. We should be one. And they still continued with the Democratic and Republican parties.
And when to me, if you look back at history, when did it really explode? When Trump ran for office the first time.
Well,
And that's when it really kind of exploded and the divides really became forefront and for all of us to see.
Because you didn't have a political historically political guy running for president. You had a businessman coming in who was going to shake the foundation.
Right.
Exactly
and they're
right.
scared of that. Yep. They're scared of that. And why? And this is the thing I don't understand, right? Why? Okay, so growing up, I listened to a lot of hip hop and stuff, and
don't say,
dude,
I'm shocked at this information.
I know. How many songs?
Donald Trump was a figure in the hip hop community.
Exactly. You wanted to be Donald Trump
because they idolized his wealth back then too.
Exactly. But as soon as he runs for a presidency, he's the biggest piece of trash. Like so it doesn't make any sense. That's why I said to say they constantly talk out of both sides of their asses, and I don't get it.
I have an opinion on that. I have an opinion. Trust me, this is an opinion like assholes. Everybody got one, hopefully, right? So the reason, and I was going to mention this last week, but we was on a time schedule last week. You're right. I'm literally going to bring this up. I remember back in the 90s, in the late 80s, Donald Trump was damn near in everybody's lyrics because they idolized his fame, they idolized his wealth, right?
His wealth.
Okay, all right. And then it kind of switched when he became president or when he ran. And Jason, I don't think you're going to agree with my opinion, but I don't think Donald Trump is the person that he portrays. I don't think I don't think he's that guy, because I'm just going to tell you, sitting in the black community, he portrays, and he might not portray this, but this is what he lets off in the black community. He don't like black people. If you talk to the average, let me talk. If you talk to the average black person,
no way.
And the reason why it comes off like that, because there was a certain demographic, there was a certain group of people that attached to him, and he saw he had that goddamn group of people that no matter what he does, they were going to vote for him and support him. That he never said nothing. I don't think he's that guy. And that group of people I'm talking about are the people that.
Look at the
That's
history.
Wally right now. I can hear Wally's head. This is Wally right now.
He's almost Kool-Aid Man red right now.
That's Wally. That's happening right now in his head.
It's that group of people that was in January 6th tearing up shit. It's that group of people that he realized, hey, I got these. No matter what I do, they're going to support me. And that's what he needed. He needed a backing, which I don't think he's that guy in real life. I think he really is more compassionate than he portrays.
Go back.
Your response, Wally?
Next week, do a little history this week before the next show, and look at the people that he's pardoned. Look at.
We got to go throw out the token Kodak blacks. We can't get them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers must be stealing president jail.
Look at what he's done in the black communities. That's the black communities actually have prospered from. He's trying to put jobs back into black communities. He was the first person to have CEOs, women CEOs, and black people.
Talking about the chick, the black chick, Rice, Condoleezza Rice.
No, not her, but he's actually put in leadership positions, man. If you actually do your research and hey, do your research and come back on the show next week and tell me that I'm wrong about that, and then hey, show me the facts. But I can't just that shit is just an easy way for people to sit there and hate on Trump, man, because he really has. If you really dig into it, you really do your research, he actually has helped the black community more than Obama did. Obama didn't do shit, and he was a black.
Obama was the whitest black person I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. So don't you can't come on here and say that, man. Like he and that's an easy target.
True or false? Is he trying to abolish Black History Month?
I have no idea. I haven't.
What you say, Dave?
I didn't hear what you said. Who? Trump?
I say true or false. As soon as he got his first month, the first 30 days, he was trying to abolish Black History Month. Right across the street from the White House is the Black History Museum. They trying to shut that shit down. And it's across the street from the White House.
Man,
if he could shut down June with it being Pride Month and my birthday month, I don't really appreciate that part.
It fits, Dave. It fits.
It doesn't fit. A little bit.
It does.
Fuck y'all, man.
Hey, you brought it up. You walked yourself into that one.
I did. Shut up. So I had one of our listeners text me during this segment. He said, "Great subject. Been watching. Fuck Iran. They're a bunch of raghead camel jockey motherfuckers."
Did he say anything else?
Yeah, love Dad.
Oh. Penny Taylor agrees with everything that we're talking about.
I bet she fucking do.
Yeah. What's going on, Penny?
Penny.
All right. We're coming to the midpoint of our show here. We are the FLA Trash Talkers. That's super loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. You can catch us every Sunday live on YouTube. Just search for the FLA Trash Talkers. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. We have a lot more to go. Oh, Penny just said we have Juneteenth is happening or just to happen. I don't know what that is, but Juneteenth, I hear it's a national holiday.
It didn't happen in the Trump administration. It would have never got passed in the Trump administration. That was in Biden while he was in the bed fucking sleep. Got passed.
All right, we still got a lot more to talk about here. The Panthers won the Stanley Cup. What do you think about that? Florida team winning another Stanley Cup, winning another championship.
Listen,
what do you guys think about that?
I love hockey. I love hockey playoffs. I feel like that's the best playoff system in sports. I also love when America beats Canada at its own fucking sport.
Florida's
I like
becoming
that
a
too.
hotbed for hockey, man.
It really is.
Florida Panthers 3 years in a row in the Stanley Cup finals. They won it 2 years in a row. You had previously Tampa Bay Lightning win it two years in a row. I think it was 20 and 21.
Yeah.
It's becoming a hotbed. And look, the GM, and I can't remember his name, and I apologize not knowing the GM for the Florida Panthers, but every time the team goes on a road trip, the team goes out for a dinner, and the GM picks it up. They have family events going on down in South Florida. They're driving their golf carts to the practice facility when they have to practice. If you saw the Elbow Room, I don't know if y'all know about the Elbow Room down there.
Down in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
That's an iconic bar that I used to frequent all the time when I lived down in Miami.
The Elbow Room down there, man, was a big celebration down there, man, celebrating the cup and everything, man. Like Florida Panthers might win 3, 4, 5 championships.
They're talented and they're young too.
But they're young, and all of their people, they have some people coming up on contracts this year that are going to be free agents, and a lot of those guys are talking about, hey man, we'll take a pay cut to stay here. That to me, man, just once again, man, shows you the camaraderie and the things that they enjoy being around each other and playing for each other, man. And that's awesome to see, man. I love that.
Didn't Florida have to play Tampa Bay in the first round? And they eliminate them in the first round. That sucked. That sucked.
It did. Unfortunately, they're on the same. They're in the
I wish
same
it was in 2 different divisions. like Miami and Tampa Bay. So it could have been a Florida. Fuck that. Because they used to be Miami Panthers. a Miami Tampa Bay Stanley Cup Finals, but.
Well, they were talking about when Florida Panthers first was developed and was coming out. They were handing out free tickets at Publix for people to go to the games and stuff. And now
I think they still do that for the Florida Marlins.
Well,
I can go before that, dog. Back in '89 was the first. I had a job working for the Miami Arena. It's not even around anymore. They blew that shit up. But in '89, I would work for event staffs, and the idea of hockey coming to Florida, period, was back then, 88, 89. So what they were doing, they didn't know if the floor of the Miami Arena could sustain the ice while they put a basketball court on top of it. So they would freeze the floor and invite the kids and the public to come and skate for free over the weekend just to see will it work. And I was one of the motherfuckers. First time I ever ice skated was when they was experimenting with the ice on the floor of the Miami Arena.
That's pretty cool. Of course, Miami celebrated in Miami style. They surrounded the streets. They flooded the streets with their pots and pans and started banging them back and forth with each other. Of course, Miami style. That's what they did when the when the Marlins won the World Series, and that's what they did when the Dolphins haven't done anything.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah,
But you got to know them pots and pans are coming out when the Dolphins win the Super Bowl.
If the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, I don't give a damn who says what. I'm taking a week off.
If the Dolphins go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to go to that game because it's going to be iconic and probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The Dolphins ain't going to go back to the Super Bowl for a long time. Y'all haven't even won a playoff game in 20 fucking years.
Everybody got a fucking DeLorean.
Everybody.
Just write that shit off, man. But but I mean, going back to the Panthers, man, to see where that franchise started at and where they are right now is unbelievable. And to think that one of the hottest states in the country is a hockey hotbed is pretty wild too, man. So fuck Canada.
And they are rock stars down there, dog. They are rock stars down there.
It'd be pretty cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Keith, but pretty cool if Jacksonville gets a hockey team. Like an expand. Hey, Florida's a hotbed for hockey right now.
Too close to Georgia.
So now you got Miami's got 3 major sports teams. Tampa's got 3 major sports teams.
We don't claim Jacksonville. I don't know how the fuck they still in the Florida to get the Florida budget.
Yeah, they need to kind of change the border. Cut them out. Yeah, cut them out a little. Cut them out.
Jags might be on something this year. So watch out for the Jags this year. We'll see what happens. But with Hunter,
they got a little something going. Don't watch my fucking Dolphins, okay? Fuck anybody else. Watch my Dolphins, okay?
Dolphins, dead out of water.
Yeah, Dolphins are coming out hot this year. The Dolphins are coming out hot this year. I'm predicting that we're going to make it to the playoffs.
Listen, Tyreek Hill right now is putting it on his back right now. He's trying to squash the Ramsey trade. He is making his mission get Ramsey not traded.
Whatever.
Tua getting concussed and throwing up gang signs is must watch.
I'm waiting on Tua to get concussed so the dude from Texas to take over. That's the whole fucking game plan.
Why don't they just take him out? They just take him out. Let's just take him out. We don't need Tua anymore.
So I brought up Hunter with the Jags. Did y'all see what's going on with Sador? Going on out there in Cleveland, man? What the fuck?
Motherfucker driving a Dodge Ram pickup truck. I didn't know they went that fast.
No, apparently.
Did he get speeding tickets or something like that? I read.
Yeah,
he's got
like 2 speeding tickets.
Two,
right? Yeah, I read that. I read that article.
Yeah, the latest one he was doing 101 and a 60. Before that he was doing 90 something.
91 in a 60. So look like it's the same fucking road, same cop, maybe.
Yeah, and Shador doesn't even appear for the first court date. So Shador's got some issues, man. I hope he gets them straightened out. I saw recently his dad was having some health issues and things like that. But as a Florida State fan, man, I hope Deion's doing good and his health is getting better. But Shador, man, you're as a 5th, 6th round pick, man. They'll cut you in a heartbeat, and doing shit like this is not a good look if you're trying to make a team, man. So
he might be having some problems with dealing with that whole entitlement thing. I've been Deion's kid my whole life, and now nobody gives a fuck. And
well, that's why he did fall so far, because supposedly when he was going through the draft process, man, through the interviews, he kind of felt like he had this entitlement because he was Deion Sanders, kid, and acted like an ass. And when Deion came out, man, Deion was probably the best player in the country when he came out, and Deion kind of did the same thing, kind of showboating and yeah, I'm the best ever, and y'all draft me, I'm gonna help y'all become a better team. But with Shador, man, like you have to be humble. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to draft you. You don't have to be in this league. And
he's a 5th round pick right now too. So 5th round don't mean you guarantee the slot on that fucking team, especially doing dumb shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why aren't you doing the right things? But where is this leadership? Why hasn't Dion surrounded him with the right people to make sure that now his other son, who went to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I can't remember
Shiloh.
Shiloh.
Yeah.
Shiloh. He 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 got his own agent. He got his own agent. He left
He
Dion.
fired his dad.
Yeah, and he got his own agent. He ends up signing an actual contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a free agent. So to me, that just shows you that camp that Dion has is not the right camp. And Shador, unfortunately, man, I don't want to say unfortunately, but he has to distance himself from whatever people are around him right now in order, because I think he is talented. I think he can play in the league, but you keep doing this. I mean, how many times we've seen great players in college come into the NFL and then you never hear from them again, and that's what's going to end up happening with him, man, if he keeps doing the same bullshit.
Hey, Jason, Wally, don't they have the same mother and father? Shador and Shiloh?
Oh,
I think they do. It just when Dion and his ex-wife broke up, Shador went with
Dion,
and Shiloh went with the mother.
right? Yeah, there. I know there's that aspect of that whole.
So and you could, but okay, so the one that went with the mother is much more humble because he wasn't always around Dion.
Right.
There's something to it, bro. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to separate himself from that camp and get around other people that is going to tell him that he's fucking up. I mean,
yes.
You have to have those people around you that are not going to totally agree with everything you do. You need to hear somebody tell you, "Hey, you're fucking up. You're doing something wrong," in order to make those changes in your life. And unfortunately, right now, it doesn't seem like Shador has those people around him.
Sounds like he's got the people around him that, like, if I say something to correct him, I'm going to lose my free.
But think about it though, right?
My gravy train.
Think about it. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you do. The only person on this fucking planet, right, where in country right now that probably can get away with doing 100 miles an hour
is me.
And 60 is Donald Trump, and that's because he's the leader of the country, right?
He would never do that.
He gets away with it because they shut down the entire highway.
Exactly.
Going to catch him.
So why the fuck so why would he think he
why
can
can't
get
he
away
wait
with
in traffic like the rest of us? Why does he have to be in traffic? Yeah,
have you ever got caught in that shit? Have you ever been going down the road and didn't know the president was landing?
road?
Oh my God, your whole
There's
day
no
is
way.
fucked.
There's no way. You can't go that fast dragging those big ass nuts.
No, but anyway, so why would Shador go twice over 40 miles?
Because he thinks he's Deion Sanders' son and he can get away with the shit.
But that's no matter what.
Deion Sanders' son,
and he has people around him that make him feel that way.
Didn't he get in trouble with parking where he shouldn't have parked in Colorado, like his first year there? I think because there was some words exchanged with Dion and the security because they gave his ass. I think they put a boot on his
car,
on his Rolls Royce or whatever fuck he bought.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Tickets and things like that.
Yeah, and I think they put a boot on that motherfucker because he parked there where it's supposed. He thought he was bigger than what security told him to park. He didn't want to park there.
Now, if he parked in a handicap spot, I'm on his side because if anybody needs to park far away, it's them. They need to work.
Yeah, they need to practice on their walking.
He has people around him that just kiss his ass and tell him that he's the greatest thing.
Exactly. You're right, Shador.
Yeah, it's okay to go 100 miles an hour. You go as fast as you want.
It's just a suggestion, not the law.
You know.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I don't know, man. Like Shador, I hope Shador turns it around, man. Like I said, man, I think he has an opportunity to be a quarterback in the NFL, in the league, and he just got to get the right people around him, and it just sucks to see right now.
Yeah, but it's an age thing too. He's young, he's immature. Like
Yeah,
nothing that we've never done. We just didn't have. We don't have that.
Seems like to me, we watched Shador Sanders in fucking college for 5 or 6 years. So how old is that?
He is.
I know I might be exaggerating. It seems like we watched him forever between Jackson State and Colorado.
He's 23, 24 years old.
Yeah,
imagine. So, but man, okay. So I want to bring up something. Y'all see what's going on with the WNBA, man, and what's going on with Caitlin Clark and all these fouls and things that it seems like they're trying to bully her in the games. I mean, they're actually like hitting her hard and trying to take her out because of jealousy.
That one chick pushed her ass all the way on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, first she got hit with the elbow, and then the other one came over and pushed her into the ground. They're talking about the referee is not really sticking up for her and stuff like that. The WNBA has got to get that under control because she is the WNBA. I mean, that's why the people are watching the games these days. She's the one that she's drawing the attention. So the referees have to start protecting her, man. It's wild to see, man. The jealousy is.
I'm surprised there was no ejections from that shit the other night. I was like,
right,
okay,
yeah. I mean, they're playing rougher than the damn guys.
Yeah.
You know
that's what I said. I'm like, it's like 92 basketball now.
I know exactly, and it's it's a bunch of females that are jealous of her popularity, and they are basically attacking her, man, and with fouls and playing rough with her, man. And to me, why would you want to do that? Because all she's going to do is bring more attention to the game, which if you have more people watching, you get more commercial endorsements, you bring more money into the league, you start making more money.
That's because people just don't fucking see past 5 feet of their face, because Caitlin Clark is going to increase the pay level in the WNBA. Then the new chick that's coming from not LSU, from UNC, she's going to be a bad motherfucker too.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't think
yeah,
of her
yeah.
name. She gonna be a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
I know what
you're talking about. Oh, she gonna be bad.
I honestly think that I could be wrong, because Caitlin Clark is a motherfucker right now, but I think she's gonna outshine Caitlin in a few seasons, because her and Caitlin play the same position, right?
That I don't know.
I think they play the same position, and she'll take your ass to the hole.
Yeah. Well, Caitlin's a passer now. She averaged about 7-8 assists a game. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's a passer now, and she's hitting them from everywhere on the floor, man.
But the other chick can hit a 3, and she cross your ass up too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but what's going on with the WNBA right now, man? The WNBA, they got to figure that part out, and because it is growing, it's getting to a level where actually people are paying attention to it, and for them to sit there and try to knock out, their best player is kind of weird, man. And it's all about jealousy. Just enjoy it, sit back and play the game, and let it grow, and let these sponsors come in and allow the companies and teams to make more money. They make more money, you make more money.
Yep.
So,
yeah. See the one. Sorry, I'll say it's her one team. I'm looking for it now. The one that's like her enforcer or whatever. That tall ass. Is that? I can't remember what her name is.
Oh, you see her tackle? Did you see her tackle that person for the Liberty?
Hey, Boston don't fuck off.
Boom, yeah. Boy, she tackled. She's like, all right.
And she averages about 9 to 10 boards a game too.
Yeah,
yeah.
They showed her walking in with Caitlin Clark in this thing. I was like, God damn! I know this is probably a lesbian, but fucking A.
I can't. The jury's out. I know Boston's a lesbian, but the jury's out on Caitlin. I don't know what Caitlin like yet.
Oh, wait a second now. Okay, so we're going to go down this road. Have y'all seen that video of Brittany Gardner?
Yeah, she has no chest.
She has no chest.
Oh,
so
yeah.
My titty's bigger than hers.
Is she a man? Has she been playing everybody all these years, and she's actually a man?
She had the surgery. She had the surgery to have her breast cut off because she wanted to look more masculine. She had the surgery.
I didn't see no scars. I didn't see no scars, dog.
Bitch, she got good money. She might have did it when she was in that Russian prison.
In the whatever you call
it. There's a lot of questions whether she's actually a man or a woman. And can you imagine? Let's just go down the path. Let's just say she is. Let's say she was a man, and she is a man. Can you imagine? I mean, she went to what, Connecticut? She won how many championships at Connecticut? Mm-hmm. She's come into the WNBA. She's won championships, MVPs. been one of the best players, and to sit there and pull that off as a man, I mean, man,
listen. When I seen her, that video was old. I don't know when you seen it. I seen it like a year ago.
I seen it go. Yeah, oh yeah, it was a year ago.
It's been a minute, yeah.
When I seen her in the pool throwing the fucking ball back and forth, I got in my feelings. I said, that motherfucking chest better than mine.
Oh shit.
From a male perspective, I guess, yeah. But if he was looking for a female's chest, no.
No. All she had nipples. That's all she had. It was nothing sagging. Yeah,
flat, and
with a six-pack.
Well, so you're telling me that a woman could have that type of surgery and come out looking like that with no scars?
And she had a six-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's women out there that have six packs. I don't that.
Yeah, six-pack with no titties though. It blew me away. I got in my feelings.
I just, to me, man, like if he whatever was able to pull this off, she blinded everybody, man, because she went through and won multiple championships at the college level, gone into the WNBA, the shit that she went through with Russia and all the females that were supporting her, and if it actually comes out true that she's actually a man,
I think all jokes aside, I think she does. She pissed sitting down. I don't think she's a dude.
I do too at 2:00 in the morning when I wake up because I'm tired.
You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss a toilet.
Exactly.
I gotta try that because I miss the toilet every morning around 1 in the morning.
Yeah, that's probably why. And then
I damn sure don't want to hear my old lady, bitching at me and complaining about that. So yeah,
I gotta try that because I damn sure miss the toilet when my eyes be closed around 1 in the morning.
You just gotta sit down.
Caitlin Clark's teammate.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh, is that the enforcer?
Yeah.
No, that's not the enforcer. That's not Boston, is it?
That's
no Boston black.
No, she's white.
All right. So we
Anyway.
have 74 days to kick off. There is an aspect of the game that we hardly ever talk about, gentlemen. It would be the NBA or the NFL cheerleaders. Right?
Saw this.
Yeah. So apparently the Dallas Cowboys have gave their cheerleader a raise. What do we think about that, boys?
I love it. I love it because cheerleaders actually don't get paid much and they only make money on home games. They don't travel with the team.
Yep.
They don't travel with the team. So they used to, now what is every other year, it's an odd number. So now it might be 9 home games, and the following year it'd be 8 home games. So I love it because now, from what I'm understanding, they're gonna give you a real good number of what they were making. But from what I'm getting, it was somewhere around, the average pay was $15 an hour, which is actually a lot better than it was before.
Well, it says here that cheerleaders average about $150 per game, which adds up to roughly $22,000 a year. The Dallas Cowboys have raised their cheerleaders' salary to $75,000 a year.
Yeah, 400%.
Yeah.
And the other stuff they're not talking about is, but the football players do it too. They get a lot of money whenever like in Florida, Publix have a grand opening. They might have a Miami Dolphin or a Tampa Bay or one of the Florida teams cheerleaders there. They make anywhere from $500, starting around $500 for appearance, which is pretty good. And every team have a calendar. If you're lucky enough to be on one of those months, there's only 12 fucking calendars. 12 months, and it's what, 40 cheerleaders? So if you're lucky enough to make the calendar, you get a nice little lump sum too.
Yeah, I'm sure they make most of their money on sponsorships, and different things that are happening. Being a cheerleader for a football team allows you to be able to sell yourself to get these sponsorships to allow you to make extra money on the side.
I think the NBA went away with cheerleaders because, to be honest with you, dog, I hate to say this because one of my classmates that I support, her and her daughter, is a Miami Dolphin cheerleader, but nobody look at this shit. Even in the commercials, I don't look. When I'm at a game, very seldom do I look at the cheerleaders.
So you said Jay, they make $150 a game, and that's $22,000 a year. That doesn't math to me.
Yeah, that math.
The math isn't mathing, but hey,
Yeah.
I'm just reading what the article says here.
So I'm like, wait a minute.
I heard him say that shit. I glanced right over it.
Yeah, I was I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's like
pretty stupid, but
it's only like $800.
well, 150
It's
times
1200
17 games is like $2,200.
So the
It's
average
1200
game
it's
is 3.5 hours, and they probably
that's-
got to get there a few hours before the game starts. So they probably making about 6 hours a game.
They don't go to they don't go away games.
No,
They're
only home. Only
That's what
home.
I'm
But you also
saying.
gotta
That's why I
consider
said
it's not just a
7, 8
game.
games.
It's not just the game.
Practice.
They also get paid to go to
Practice.
the rehearsals.
Yeah, they got to practice.
They don't just show up there and everybody's coordinated. They have to practice that crap.
What? 7,500.
You didn't know that, Dave? They practice.
I had no idea.
What I don't understand is how Miami, the Dolphins, do not have the hottest cheerleaders in the world, because Miami has some of the hottest women that
Hey,
walk
bro.
this planet, right?
Now, when I do
but-
look at them motherfuckers, they are pretty. I gotta
They
give
are
them
pretty, but
that.
they're not the hottest, because the Dallas Cowboys seem to hold the record for the best cheerleaders.
Did you see was it Dolly Parton that did the Thanksgiving game last year, the halftime? Somebody's like, is that a cheerleader from the last time they won the Super Bowl?
Damn.
Because she was in the
I like
Cowboys
that.
get up
I like
and all
that.
that shit.
I
That
like
shit was
that.
funny. So,
Um,
so me being a Green Bay fan, that's the beauty of
Bunch
having
of white
cheerleaders.
blonde girls.
If we got an offensive lineman that goes down, we'll pull one of them pigs out and put him in a uniform. And
Bunch of white
How-
blonde girls with no butts.
How long do you think the cheerleading will last in the NFL? Because I would say 5, 6, maybe a little longer than that years ago. The NBA pulled their cheerleaders. NBA don't have cheerleaders no more. They have like what you call like a hype squad now, with a bunch of dudes and women running around dancing.
fucking t-shirt cannons and
Yes, they don't do that in basketball
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Dog, I went to God, was it a Magic game I went to, man? And there was these dudes. No, actually, no. It was the last time I went to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. They had these male cheerleaders, and yeah, I was just I couldn't get over it. I kept shaking my head like, what the hell? What are we advertising here? I mean, these guys were
They were gyrating.
shirts tied up, wearing skimpy shorts, like prancing around.
How aroused are you right now, Wally? You sound,
Well, you sound like you're pretty fucking focused.
You are.
You
You
zoomed
described-
in.
you saw them
I
more.
I couldn't get over it.
gyrating.
You paid more attention to the guy cheerleaders and to the point that you were able to describe them to the T. Were they wearing any nail polish?
Where were you sitting?
I mean,
you
Jesus
sitting on
Christ.
row 1 on the 50-yard line?
No, I was in the Champions Lounge. But as we were, walking,
I thought he was going to say I was in the shower at first.
So, and a buddy of mine that I was with, he was like, "Yes, shut up. I know there's got," and it just blew my fucking head.
Look, his dick's hanging out the bottom of his shorts.
I'm like, what the hell? What are we
belly button
promoting?
And they
Why
had the
are we
belly
promoting
buttons out.
this? Dude, it was.
I had more time looking at the guy cheerleaders than the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Wally, the ambassador for the FLA Trash Talkers Pride Month.
Dude,
I was saying, he said he was in Seattle. Motherfucker was
dumbfounded. Oh, when I was in Seattle, it was Pride Month. I was like, I had a couple gay guys sitting next to me at the baseball game. I was like, it was cool. I mean, it was fine, dude. Like look, people, whatever people do in their bedrooms, man, in their household, man. You do what you do, right?
Hey,
but to be out in front of kids, because we, people bring kids to football games and stadiums and what's going on, to parade that kind of stuff. It's like, what are you actually promoting? And that was my biggest shock and thing I didn't like, man. Like, why are we promoting this kind of behavior? To me, it was just fucked me up. So
you couldn't even focus on the game anymore, huh?
Oh,
He just watched the cheerleaders the entire time. He's like, Jesus Christ, look at that guy.
No, I had a couple drinks in me, and it was time. It was when football started. But man,
It's like, I really can't eat that hot dog now, man.
No, fuck that. There's no way I was eating hot dog.
Fuck that. He ordered a double.
It just
One of
blew
them
my
Johnson
mind. I'm
Bell
like,
brought some double sized.
He ordered a double with slathered in mayonnaise.
Why is the NFL promoting these type of things, man? Like I didn't get it, man. It blew me away. But anyways, yeah.
Oh my God, Wally's trying to tell a story. We're just poking holes in it all day long.
It blew me away, dude. Like I said, man, I just why are we promoting this kind of stuff? Transgender, all that shit, man.
Is there a naked guy on the TV behind you? Oh,
that's what it looked like. Top right corner.
That's
bullshit. That's
Fox News. Yeah, it's one of the cheerleaders who's talking about.
Oh,
gyrating.
Gyrating.
Speaking about bad behavior, Antonio Brown got arrested in Miami-Dade County this week for attempted murder with a firearm. What do you guys think about that? Do you think he had part of it? Do you think he was? Yep. I'm told to hold on. I'm getting the finger.
I want to say that we was first to break this fucking news about 3 weeks ago. Remember? We broke Florida Trash Talkers broke this news that he was detained in the parking lot for 3 hours. Not proceed.
I don't understand why we're not all over the news right now. We should be being interviewed. How did you guys know this? I mean, this would be breaking news for us. Why not?
They would interview Keith, and he wouldn't mention us one time
at all. He just say,
he already had a practice run.
Right. Really, him being detained for attempted murder charge. The root cause is what's his name from the Bengals, the linebacker that gave that fucker.
Ochocinco.
Not what's his name? No, the linebacker that laid him the fuck out. Vontae Burset.
Who laid Antonio Brown?
Remember in the playoff game where he fucking decked him and knocked him out cold?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember his name though.
I forgot Vontae Burset or something, but yeah, he gave that motherfucker CTE and made him crazy.
Nah, that bitch was crazy before then.
That's possible. Antonio Brown's got. I mean, him walking off.
You're a little far from the mic there, Wally.
Antonio Brown. Him walking.
He's leaning
off
back. He's
like,
leaning back, thinking about them. Male cheerleaders.
No,
because the tip of that mic looks like a cock.
God damn it! Hook me up with that
one. I mean, Antonio Brown, when he took his uniform off and he walked off, that
was in Tampa, right?
That was
Tampa.
Yeah. In New York, the Jets.
Was he with the? No,
he was playing. They were playing the Jets.
Yeah, they were playing the Jets.
Yeah.
When that happened, you automatically right there kind of question his mentality there. So. Yeah, he's probably got some brain damage there, and
he's been fucked up for a while, bro. And he's gonna get. I think he's going to jail this time. I don't give a fuck what lawyer he has because it was premeditated. Right now, I guarantee you they're gonna up the charge to premeditated because he actually had a fist fight with somebody in the parking lot. The fight was over. He had time to go think about it. When it got a gun, it came back. So because
security guard's firearm. He took it off the security guard. Yeah,
the security guard gave it to him, so he's going to jail too.
Okay. I'm just reading the article here.
So I'm telling you, because it's premeditated, that's what's going to make his ass go to jail for a little bit.
Any big life-altering decision you need to make, what do you need to do first, man?
Go catch a nut.
Go catch a nut. You need post-nut clarity. I mean, that's just. I want to do a lot of stupid shit, and I'm like, I'm going to take care of something real quick.
He was in a parking lot full of women. Hey, come here.
Changes your mind, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right, I've got that demon out of me. I kind of want to go to Waffle House and then go to bed
and go to sleep. And also, not only did he have a gun, he fired the gun twice in the parking lot. So because he fired the gun and he had time to think about it, they're gonna throw the book at his head.
Yeah.
I don't know how you are, an NFL player and then you just ruin your life that way over a stupid fight.
Because you've been hit in the head so many times, you don't understand.
Yep.
He claims that they tried to steal his jewelry or some shit like that. Keyword tried. And it was fucking jewelry, something replaceable.
Again, I want to be rich, not famous.
Well, he has that mentality.
I'm with you.
What we were talking about was Shador.
Yes.
He has that mentality where he thinks because he's an NFL player, he's a popular person, that he can get away with this kind of shit. I mean,
100%.
You go back to O.J. Simpson being able to kill his wife and everything, and get away with it. It's just trickled down, and a lot of these players do. They and you don't. And once again, Antonio Brown doesn't have the right people around him to tell him when he's doing something wrong, and his ego gets bigger and bigger every freaking day, and he feels like he can get away with it. So this is the repercussions
if you
of
go
that.
to Antonio Brown wormhole, man, he just do dumb shit after dumb shit after dumb shit. One of the things that stand out to me to show you the character of Antonio Brown was this is why he was still in the league. I think he was still playing for Pittsburgh. He rented out like all these high-end rooms in one of the biggest resorts here, like by Disney. He paid a personal chef to come in to cook for everybody. And he told him, hey, you know, I'm Antonio Brown, I'm good for it, and never paid the guy. I think the guy actually got paid when he had to take him to court because he was like, fuck it, I'm not going to pay you.
Well, yeah, because he feels like he can get away with that, those type of things, man. So yeah, we see it, day in and day out with these athletes. They're from the time they're in, now, I would say middle school, if not high school, going into college, they get away with certain amount of things, and then they feel entitled, and they feel like nothing can hurt them, and they can do these type of things, man.
Yeah,
And if you don't have the right people around you supporting you, telling you when you are fucking up, this is the type of shit that
so you got to get in your face early.
As a father with a kid in high school and one about to go to high school, man, I see it all the time with superstars on the football team, or they're being held accountable now. I don't like that, so I'm going to jump and go over here now, where I can do whatever I want. And then, so yeah, it's you as a coach. It's almost like you got to
baby
them, kiss their ass, and
rub and massage them, making sure they're okay. And okay, well, dude, and I mean, I saw it back when I was playing 30 years ago, dude. I mean,
the top kid on the team. I went to high school with Marvin Jones, and Marvin, he wasn't an asshole though. I can't make it seem like Marvin was an asshole, but I can tell you Marvin got straight A's in a lot of classes him and I was in together. The motherfucker never showed up.
Let me tell you, I was one of the top place kickers in the state of Florida when I was going to school, and yeah.
And how did you hurt your knee?
Shut up. But
cheerleaders.
I had
he was gyrating.
I had teachers, changing some of my grades too. You know what I'm saying? And so I've seen it firsthand too. So, and that was back in the day, and I wasn't even getting paid back then. You know what I'm saying? These days, these kids are getting paid with.
That's how you were getting paid. That's how you were getting paid.
I wasn't getting paid.
No, that's how they were paying you, is by changing your grades.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My reward was being able to stay on the football team and perform for the football team while my coaches or my teachers changed my grades and stuff.
Did you guys see the light bulb go on in Wally's head? It was like, whoa, wait a second. They pay me.
To a certain degree. To a certain degree, yeah. But so I can't even imagine what it's like now with NIL deals and things like that. So, but
yeah,
I mean, it's you're gonna see more and more of this stuff probably going on, and it's. I mean, look at what was the wide receiver that killed the person in Texas? I think he was on was it Rice? Rashid Rice last year or 2 years ago?
I thought he beat his wife up.
No,
that was Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. Okay.
Yeah. Ray Rice.
I didn't talk about it. Was something Rice in the car accident or some shit.
Car accident. Yeah, killed somebody, and
yep.
And with the KFC, he's wide receiver for KC.
Yep.
KC, and so
he's coming back, isn't he?
Yeah, he's coming back. He got injured. I know.
No, he's coming back. He went to jail, didn't he?
No, that was you're talking about Ruggs from the Raiders.
Yes, he went to prison. Now he's ready to come back to the NFL.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in Vegas. He was doing 120 miles an hour and killed.
Okay, that's the kid, the one that killed the people on the strip.
And went to jail, and then supposedly he's getting out, and he's going to be coming back to play.
The Rice you're talking about. That was like right after he got drafted, I believe, wasn't it? Where he had the
he went through the first year, his rookie year, and then between his rookie year going into the second season is when he got to the accident.
Gotcha.
and they never really said he was driving, but he was part of the accident. He was in the car when the accident happened. But yeah, I mean, so these type of situations happens all the time, man. And you know, they're because they have money, they're famous, they feel like they can get away with it, and there's no consequences.
Yep.
So,
and they were taught that at a young age.
Yep, and that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh, the more you know.
I've coached football before, right? And you're right. The coaches have some skin in the game. Also, the kids that we knew was special when I coached, they might have got away with missing a day of practice or coming late or have to leave early. They did shit that other kids that were just regular kids couldn't do.
Oh, look at Taylor back when he played with the Giants. The dude was doing cocaine. That dude was doing all kinds of stuff, and they knew
a fucking freak.
Yeah,
they allowed it to happen because he
Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin, and he's from the U. You know, I rep the U all day. But Michael, it's reports that minicamp, OTA, and which one was always around Michael Irvin's birthday. So he would always come like a couple of days late, high as fuck. But Jimmy Johnson allowed it because he'll be high as fuck late and still outwork everybody else when he got there.
Yeah, my oldest son is talented. I will tell you right now, my youngest son is fucking special. Like, I don't know NFL special, but he is. He's got that superstar trait, but he is humble as fuck.
I saw your post on Instagram, 1,000 yards last season.
Yeah, 20 touchdowns, and he's yes sir, no sir. You need me to go play offensive line, I'll go fucking do it.
Well, it starts with the family, right? So it starts with the family, and then you have to have a supporting cast around you.
Yeah,
to make you humble and make you not be a jackass.
Yeah,
and the superstars that make it usually have that supporting cast around them. But yeah, that's awesome, man. So yeah, anyways.
Yeah. So
yeah. All right, boys, it is that time to get our world famous Dave's. Wow, I don't know what I just said here. It is time for Dave's world famous game. Dave, what do you got for us today?
All right, I think in the spirit of bombing Iran, we're gonna name. I want you guys to give me the missing word from these war movies.
Oh boy, here we go with this one again. Wally, you ready? You ready for this?
Damn, they don't want to play since Toby on there because Toby is my arch enemy in this motherfucking game.
All right, so I'm gonna give you like I said, the title. It's gonna be missing a word. You guys got to give me the missing word. Capiche?
All right. Capiche.
Capiche. Capiche.
Blank zone.
Danger.
Nope.
That's not
That's the name of a song. That's the name of a song, not a movie.
I believe this was a Matt Damon movie.
Warzone?
Nope.
Red Zone.
Nope. Green Zone.
Never heard of it.
All right.
Never
I
fucking heard of it.
I think it was Matt Damon where they had to go WMDs and shit. I've never seen it.
He wasn't popular then.
Behind blank lines.
Enemy.
Enemy.
Damn it.
Heath. Blank Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
That's Wally.
I said it first.
Lawrence of blank.
Olivia.
What?
Oh. Arabia.
Arabia, yes.
Fuck you, Wally.
The blank.
That's what I was saying.
The blank hunter.
Dark Hunter. Deer Hunter.
Deer hunter. The blank day.
Final Day.
Nope. The blank day.
Dark Day.
End of Days.
No and no. The longest day.
Oh.
That shit came out John Wayne.
I'm not familiar with that one. So probably
John Wayne.
Okay, I can't do a John Wayne.
Howdy, partner.
You can't either.
No, I can't.
The thin red blank.
Red line.
Red line. Thin line.
Keith.
Damn it. I had it right. I just said it wrong.
Black Hawk blank.
Down.
Oh, I heard Keith.
Yeah, down. That's because you.
No, you heard me first.
I said the whole damn.
I went straight to the fucking word.
I said it first. I said it first. No.
I went straight to the fucking word. He was looking
All
for
three
you
get a
to say the
point.
whole
All
time.
three get a point. All three get a point.
I will only award Keith points on that one.
Gotta go back to the tape.
Good morning, blank.
Vietnam.
Keith again.
America.
What did you say, Keith?
Vietnam.
That's what I said.
Good morning.
Robin Williams, man.
Oh.
Movie.
Jay, we all know you said it. You said it second. I don't know if you're not
said
getting
it first.
You gotta
I said it
stop
first.
saying the whole fucking
I
title.
have ears, and it comes out of my mouth before anybody else says it.
Okay, get them checked. We've got pretty good insurance. Inglorious blank.
Bastards.
Keith said it.
Oh no!
I didn't say anything.
Way.
I didn't hear you, Wally. I didn't hear
He
anything.
said he said bastards too. Give him the point, goddammit. I'm
Okay.
that confident.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
I'm that confident. Give him the point, but he did say
No,
bastards.
my bad. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
I'm gonna get right here on the mic.
I was gonna say it's not actually a cock. So
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Do that again.
Hey, put some.
We're gonna
Hey,
screenshot that.
hey. Get the man a little squeeze of mayonnaise on the top. He'll be all right. Right on the tip.
All right, next one. Last of the blank.
Mohicans.
Keith.
I said it first.
Shit.
I don't like this game. I'm out.
Schindler's blank.
List.
Oh damn, that was.
I mean, I heard Keith again.
I did.
I heard myself too.
You heard yourself too. I'm playing the tape back.
Flags of our blank.
Fathers. Plural.
Fathers. There you go.
Yeah.
I would have accepted father. Enemy at the blank.
Enemy states.
Nope. Enemy at the blank.
At the border.
It's something lying. It's
Borders
something lying.
closed.
I can't remember what it is. Something lying.
Enemy at the gates.
Oh, at the gates. Okay.
Kingdom of blank.
Crystal Skull.
No. Kingdom of blank.
States.
Nope. Kingdom of heaven. Pretty easy one right here. Saving Private.
Ryan.
I got Wally on that one. Agree?
I give it to him.
I'm not giving him anything.
I'm blowing everybody out. So that's why
What's the score?
The score
a lot
is
to nothing.
Keith has 8, Wally has 4, JG is goose egg.
Like
Listen,
JG has one.
I should be at 4 right now, but you keep on calling Keith.
Because you keep saying the whole title, all I need is a missing word.
That's why I'm blowing everybody else out.
Exactly. Courage under blank.
Fire.
JG is on the board.
Bullshit.
Bullshit, nothing. We were blank.
Soldiers.
JG.
Heroes. Okay.
3 blank.
To Yuma.
3,
No.
2. No, that's not a war movie.
3 blank. I think this was an Ice Cube movie.
Three Kings.
Yep.
Oh, Three Kings. Yeah.
Three Kings. Okay.
Yeah,
That's all you had to say. Ice Cube.
Pretty easy. So we're on the final 3. Keith's got it. So Full Metal blank.
Jacket.
Keith.
Okay, Keith can't play anymore if he already won.
Blood blank.
Bloodline.
Brothers.
No, that's not a Bloodline. It's
Bloodline was a series on Netflix.
Yeah, on Netflix. That was a good one, by the way.
Very good series.
Yeah.
Blood blank.
No.
Blood Diamond.
That was a war movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was in
With,
Africa. Yeah.
Yep.
DiCaprio?
Yeah. DiCaprio.
I want to say DiCaprio was in it. Yeah, I was like,
But
Yeah, it was DiCaprio.
I didn't know it was a war movie though.
It was a war movie because of the tribals fighting against each other.
Right.
Okay.
And the last one, Blank Now. Blank Now. Very, very popular movie. I'm actually surprised this one wasn't fucking just bum rushed.
Blurted out. Something now.
Blank. Oh, something now.
Blank Now.
Nope, I'm out.
Not Top Gun.
I'm surprised that one's not on here either. Apocalypse Now.
Oh, yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh my God. Keith is the winner. Although I feel like I need to bump it in the last place for him not ever seeing that movie.
Never seen it.
Keith 10, Wally 4, JG 2.
Hey, I'm on the board. It wasn't a shutout.
I didn't come out last.
For a change.
Yeah, no.
I'm super proud of you, Wally.
Good job, Wally.
All right, boys, we're coming to the end of our show. Great topics today. Glad that we're all able to meet. Hopefully we get Toby on next week. This is the FLA Trash Talkers. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Final words, let's go with Keith.
Thank you, everybody, for taking this 2-hour ride with us today on this Sunday, a little closer to NFL kickoff. I got a little meat to smoke, so everybody enjoy the rest of their day.
All right, thank you, Keith. Let's go with David.
Hey, thanks, guys, for listening. Appreciate it. Obviously, we made some jokes about, Pride Month being June. In all seriousness, June is also Men's Mental Health Month. Don't be a pussy. Just keep suppressing that shit and fucking deal with it like a man.
Damn right. You don't need to go talk about your feelings to people.
Suppress it, dude.
Hold it down, and then take it out on the person and on the highway.
Exactly.
All right, Wally, what you got on final words?
I want to bring up something that's going on in the country. We got this tournament going on. It's called the Club World Cup. We have soccer teams from all over the world, from New Zealand, from Austria to Germany, Spain, France, South
Iran?
America. No Iran teams. But there's a big tournament going on here in the country, and it's pretty awesome to kind of see these different teams from throughout the world kind of compete against each other, and it's pretty exciting to see. And y'all should check it out, man. Real Madrid plays at 3:00, so.
I agree. I know I said hockey playoffs the best, but I don't like soccer. I do love World Cup tournament though. I will watch that.
Yeah, this is Club World Cup, so it's all the teams throughout the country or throughout the world playing against each other. So it's pretty cool to see.
Nice.
So.
Very good. And I'm Jay, and we had a great show today. Looking forward to next week. Oh, by the way, before we get going, I do want to start promoting we are going to be doing a live show in person at a public event, which we will be releasing later on. We're going to keep you in suspense. We'd love for all of you guys to come out and see us do the show live with us.
Yes.
Maybe even pop on the show with us and talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when and where, but it's definitely coming up very, very soon. Looking forward to that. All right, boys, it is Sunday. I got some meat to smoke as well, Keith. Let's get the hell out of here and enjoy the rest of the day. Good show, boys.
Enjoy, fellas.